The Abandoned House. It was a cold autumn night when a group of 5 friends, Anna, Max, Lena, Tom, and Paul, decided to spend a night in the legendary abandoned house at the edge of their town. The house had been uninhabited for decades and was surrounded by eerie stories. It was rumored to be haunted, and no one who had ever spent the night there had ever returned. Equipped with flashlights and an old camera, they entered the creaking house. The atmosphere was grim, and the musty smell made them shiver. "Let's make a campfire in the living room," suggested Max. They pushed the old furniture aside and cleared a space for their fire. The flickering light danced on the walls, illuminating the shadows that lurked everywhere. Pointing to a series of strange, scratchy markings carved into the wall. "This looks like a message." "Let's get closer," said Tom, shining his flashlight on it. The writing was barely legible, but they could make out some words. "Help. Not alone. Don't go." "That's creepy," murmured Lena, pulling the blanket tighter around her shoulders. "Maybe we should just stay here and do nothing." But the friends' curiosity was piqued. Paul began searching the walls for more messages. Time and again, they discovered new writings that sent chills down their spines. Another message read, "They're coming. Be quiet." "Who's coming?" asked Max, nervously looking around. Suddenly, they heard a loud creaking noise from upstairs. Everyone held their breath and stared at each other. "That was probably just the wind," tried Tom to reassure them, but uncertainty was evident in his eyes. "Let's check it out," Anna suggested. Reluctantly, they followed the creaking staircase upstairs. Each step felt like a step deeper into darkness. The upstairs hallway was pitch black, and the flashlights struggled against the thick darkness. When they entered the first room, they found old furniture covered in dust. On a table lay a yellow diary. Lena picked it up and carefully flipped through the pages. "Here's something about the family that lived here. They weren't happy. There were many arguments and..." Her face went pale as she stared at one page. "And then they disappeared." "That doesn't sound good," mumbled Paul. Suddenly they heard the noise again. This time it was louder, as if something or someone was coming down the stairs. "We should go," suggested Max. "We've seen enough." But when they turned around, the hallway was suddenly not the same one they had entered. The walls seemed to have shifted and the doors had vanished. "What the hell?" shouted Tom, beginning to panic. "We need to get out of here." They ran back to the living room, but the campfire had gone out and darkness enveloped them. "We need to find a window," screamed Anna, glancing around in panic. But the windows were locked and wouldn't budge. "I have an idea," said Paul. "If we can decipher the messages on the walls, maybe there's a hint about how to escape." They hurriedly worked to read the writing. Another message suddenly appeared before their eyes. "The key is in the darkness. Seek the truth in silence." "What does that mean?" asked Lena desperately. "Maybe we have to be quiet to hear what is being said to us," replied Tom. They closed their eyes and held their breath. A deep, eerie silence fell over the room. After a moment, they heard a whisper as if the walls themselves were speaking to them. "Follow the light, follow the light." Suddenly, a faint light began to flicker at the end of the hallway. "There!" shouted Anna and ran toward it. The others followed her as the whispering echoed in the darkness. They reached a door that led outside. As they opened the door, the cold night wind rushed in, and the friends found themselves on the other side of the house. They looked at each other, breathless. "That was insane," said Max. But when they turned around, the house had vanished. Only the fog remained and the whispering lingered in the air. "You cannot escape." The friends stood there, uncertain whether they were safe or if the house was still pursuing them. The night had not revealed its secrets, and they knew their story was far from over. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel and leave a like and a comment.